Hi, everyone. In our latest session of Conversations with Carers, we focused on supporting someone LGBTQ+. So, supporting a person that identifies as lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, questioning, or another diverse sexual or gender identity. LGBTQ+ individuals can be at greater risk of mental health issues, such as developing an eating disorder or body image concerns, particularly when faced with discrimination, prejudice, and stigma. We often hear on our support services that bullying and homophobia was a trigger for someone's eating disorder. Despite this, many carers struggle to find resources on how best to support their person who is LGBTQ+, even though they can experience some very unique challenges. For instance, carers can be unsure of how best to approach conversations with their person, especially when trying to use inclusive language and create a safe environment. There can also be feelings of guilt or shame about taking time to process their person coming out, or even the diagnosis of an eating disorder. For body image, which can be experienced in a very unique way for the LGBTQ+ community, it can be challenging for carers to understand how their person views their own body, particularly for those of you who may be supporting someone who's transgender or gender nonconforming, who may also experience gender dysphoria. So if you are supporting someone LGBTQ+, and if you are struggling with any of these challenges, here are some tips from carers that you may find helpful. Firstly, try not to be frozen in fear and afraid of making things worse. If your intention is coming from a place of compassion and wanting to understand, your person will usually see this. If you don't know what to say, ask them. You can ask them what would make them feel comfortable, what language do they prefer, and what is it like for them. You can use your not knowing to gain a better insight into who they are as a person. And mistakes can happen. If they do, carers recommend acknowledging them and role model coping with making a mistake while still moving forward. Secondly, carers advise to let your person lead. Don't rush them if they're not ready to speak to you about their sexuality or gender identity. This can be frustrating, but do remember that you can always express to them that you're available whenever they are ready and that you accept them. Verbalizing this can be very powerful. Thirdly, to create a safe environment, it can be helpful to encourage immediate family members to be supportive. If you're supporting a young person, carers highlight the benefit of having a conversation with school staff to ensure that they won't allow bullying to occur. Another tip would be to seek out some positive representations of LGBTQ+ people, whether that's in music, in film, online, or even in your local community. Finally, if your person is struggling with body image, try to understand their perspective, as body image can be experienced in a very unique way, and even more so for LGBTQ+ people. Carers emphasize the importance of not viewing your person's sexuality or gender identity as a passing phase. By you acknowledging and affirming their experience, you can help contribute to their own acceptance and compassion towards their own body. Ultimately, there are many positive stories out there of LGBTQ+ people living long and fulfilling lives, and for those who are recovered from an eating disorder. If you have any questions or you would like further support and resources from LGBTQ+ organizations in Ireland, please check out our website, bodywhys.ie. If you would like to join a future session of Conversations with Carers, you can email me, pillar@bodywhys.ie. Take care.